Welcome to this edition of the Who's Who in Guyana Business Show. I'm Dr. Vishnu Doerga, and as usual, very delighted to be with you here today. We have a packed show that will again allow you to understand what's happening in the business community. We have business education, and of course, I would like to bring you as well a bit of an update on the HerVenture business education app and the progress. So we've just crossed 1,000 users now being able to utilize the app, persons who would have downloaded and registered. And the feedback that we are starting to receive is just fantastic. So many people are blown away by how easy the app is to use. And of course, you'll be able to see the QR code in this particular show. So wherever it shows up, just take your camera, point it to the QR code, a message will pop up, and you'll be able to scan the app. And it has really been an amazing journey going to many communities. So we have completed communities in Region 3, 4, 5. We've just done 6 last Friday. And we are starting to do 8 and 9 in the coming weeks. So again, as usual, if you are in a situation, in an organization that can allow you to support female entrepreneurs or females looking to learn how to start a business, reach out to us so that we can support those persons in your community. Now, let's take a flashback to when we started on September 14th. Some of the happenings on that particular day. We'll take a walk through the app so that you can also have a really good understanding of how the app works and how it can benefit you. And keep an eye out for the QR code. So let's take a look back to our launch date.
Our goal is to provide on-the-ground implementation for the Foundation's Women's Mobile Learning app and to provide at least 3,000 women entrepreneurs of micro and small businesses with the knowledge and skills to successfully grow their businesses. We will also train 25 female entrepreneurs using the Foundation's Road to Growth curriculum. This project in Guyana is made possible through the funding from the ExxonMobil Foundation.
As Community Relations Manager at ExxonMobil Guyana, I'm always excited when we invest in women's economic empowerment, which is one of our key focus areas. And to this particular program, Road to Growth, which aims to foster women's economic empowerment by targeting local entrepreneurs in the growth stages of their business. Participating women will have the opportunity to build business skills, increase financial literacy, expand networks, and utilize digital learning tools, including the HerVenture mobile learning app being launched here today.
What a great initiative. I think many of you are aware that gender empowerment is something that's very important to me personally. We've been told the goal of this program is to reach 3,000 women. But in reality, we know it's so many more than that. For every woman, they empower their family, they empower their communities. And that's the power of this app.
Women are natural leaders, and as such, they must be enabled and empowered so that they can translate that leadership ability into earning abilities. And this is a tool to ensure that they have financial empowerment.
Welcome to HerVenture, the Foundation's mobile learning app for women entrepreneurs. As you can see here, this is one of the lessons that is offered as part of our Launching a Business learning track. Users can navigate the business training content through swipe cards. As you can see here, business knowledge is also contextualized within a case study that is consistently incorporated throughout the learning tracks across HerVenture. The case study features a woman entrepreneur who owns her own coffee shop, and it helps users contextualize what they're learning and applying it to a real business scenario. As users go through the app, they're also asked a series of questions to help test how well they've understood the content shared previously in the lesson. Sometimes the answers are asked in sort of true and false, and other times it's presented through a swipe option. Additionally, the questions encourage women entrepreneurs to reflect on how the content that they're learning can also be applied to their business, to their products, and to their own ideas and aspirations for where they want to take their business in the future. Similarly, the cards help to contextualize these business aspirations in the same way that the women entrepreneur who's featured in the case study shares her aspirations for the business. As users progress through the module, they are encouraged to reflect on what they've learned and are asked a series of questions to ensure that they understood the content earlier in the lesson. Depending on their response, they're provided with an explanation as to why their selected response was or wasn't correct. Towards the end of each lesson, the app again encourages reflection and provides a summary of what types of resources will be needed in order to execute what was learned within this lesson. The lessons throughout the app always end with an opportunity for women entrepreneurs to create a checklist. Through this checklist, users are able to indicate what they still need to do in their business based on what they learned in the lesson. This checklist is then saved as the user's customized to-do list. They can then revisit this to-do list as required and update it accordingly to reflect the progress that they've made in applying what they've learned throughout the app to their business. Here we're going to show you a little bit about the social functions of the app. Women often report that they feel that they're playing a game as they're gaining business skills through HerVenture because of the tokens that you can earn. One way you can earn tokens is through this social function, by searching for other women entrepreneurs through the directory and also engaging and reaching out to other women entrepreneurs directly through their profile. Although you can earn tokens through this social function, the best way to earn tokens is through the learning, and that involves completing the different lessons throughout HerVenture. This token section provides users with a summary of how they can earn tokens and also better understand how many tokens they can expect to receive at each level and for each type of activity. In addition to learning, there's also an opportunity to earn tokens by completing your profile and having a significant learning streak. To learn more about HerVenture, please visit herventure.org.
There you saw some scenes from the outreaches that have been happening recently, and I would like to thank the Guyana Women's Leadership Institute, St. Francis Developers, the Small Business Bureau, the Guyana Shore Base, and many other organizations that have been reaching out and supporting us with getting the app in as many hands as possible. So again, I would like to encourage you, reach out, download the app. It's very easy to do. Go to your Play Store or Apple Store and type in the words HerVenture, and you'll see the app come up immediately. Install, sign in, and you're well on your way. The fantastic thing is that once it's downloaded, you do not need an internet connection. And this Thursday evening at 4:30, we will actually have a webinar that will take us through in detail about the app, the origins, and what it is capable of doing. So if you would like to learn more in that particular way, please ensure that you join us for that webinar this Thursday. You can find more information on Facebook and LinkedIn at the HerVenture pages. I will now be joined by Coach Keon Smith, and this week, Coach Keon is going to continue talking about the importance of mastering leadership. And he's going to deal with three of those laws: the law of magnetism, the law of connection, and the law of the inner circle. So let's hear more on leadership from Coach Keon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Doerga. And it is always my pleasure to continuously share knowledge with our awesome audience. We are going to be continuing our dive into the laws of leadership by John C. Maxwell. And we are going to be touching on three more laws in this particular episode as you continue to add to your knowledge base to grow as a leader. We are going to start with the law of magnetism. And this simply says that people will follow you as a leader because you share with them similar attitudes, talents, etc. So it's important for us to keep in mind as a leader that our impact that we create is based on who we are and what we do. So we need to ensure that we keep in mind these are the tenets upon which people will be attracted to us as leaders. As John C. Maxwell states, who you are is who you attract. And it brings me back to the point that a leader needs to be able to think about themselves because you will attract the people very similar to you. And in some cases, you're able to see your weaknesses and strengths in them, or in some cases, it may work in the opposite direction where you may resent the weaknesses or sometimes the strength that you see in the people who you attract. So keep it in mind as a leader, it is for you to examine and determine who you are and what you do, because those are the persons you are going to attract as part of your team. Law number 10 speaks about the law of connection. And this law simply states that connection is the key to influence. For leaders, we need to ensure we develop that skill that we can truly connect with people, that we can think about what is valuable to them and what values they have. And as a leader, we need to ensure that we learn about them so that we can ensure it is adopted holistically in us growing together as a team. John Maxwell puts it very nicely in his book with the title, Everyone Communicates, but Few Connect. And that title alone helps you to understand that it's more than just the utterance of words that helps you to connect with that individual. It is really getting to understand them. Leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. And this really speaks about connecting with your individuals. And when it comes to them assisting, it is so much more easier simply because you would have connected to them really, really well. So you need to make sure that you have confidence in your vision as a leader and that you develop the ability to communicate this very clearly to the rest of the team. The final law for this particular episode is the law of inner circle. And this simply states that as a leader, your potential is premised by those closest to you, which means that your inner circle can be your greatest enemy. The people within your inner circle can be your greatest enemy, or they can be your greatest asset. So it is important to ensure that you do an inventory of the persons within your inner circle to ensure that they share very similar values with you and with the organization or the group that you're a part of, and that their intention is there to help the organization and to help everyone within that spirit to grow. As humans, we sometimes tend to surround ourselves with persons that we admire and we respect, and persons who we view as our role models. Very, very similar to the law of magnetism, it is important to keep in mind that we attract the people that are like us, very similar to us. So we want to make sure that our inner circle is going to be our asset and not our enemy. So choose wisely, surround yourself with persons who can help you to grow and help the organization to grow. So keep in mind our three laws that we went through for this particular episode. The law of magnetism, to ensure you have the right people around you, you're attracting the right people to the group. The law of connection, ensure that you connect with the right people and form that connection so that you understand their values. And of course, the law of the inner circle, ensuring that you understand the persons within that circle and ensure that they're your asset and not your enemy. On that note, I would like to say thank you for listening, and do think about what are you going to be implementing to improve yourself as a leader. Dr. Durga, over to you.
Thank you very much, Coach Keon, for sharing that fantastic information with us here today. And again, who you are is who you attract. So if you want to attract better into your life, ensure that you are becoming a better person. Let's hear a little bit now from our supporters, companies that are really lifting the bar in Guyana and what they can do.
Camille's Academy Inc. We are the premier provider for private education in Guyana, and through our mission, our excellent team delivers a well-balanced curriculum that integrates technology and innovation to our educational programs to inspire children to reach their highest levels of success. Enroll now for nursery, primary, and secondary level. Check us out at any one of our 4 locations or contact us today. Camille's Academy Inc. Be inspired to innovate.
Avoid the stress of thermal breakdown, engine wear, and sludge buildup. Use Syntec lubricants. Manufactured for tropical climates and built for hard-working engines, Syntec has proven protection and performance. Tested, endorsed, approved, and used by Cummins, MAN, Mercedes, Volvo, Deutz, and Kamaz. Syntec lubricants work. Imported and distributed by Caribbean Motor Spares. Telephone 609-7621, 502-3171, and available at all stores nationwide. Get yours now. Syntec lubricants drives your journey.
Gupta Security. It is our vision to be the leading provider of innovative and comprehensive security solutions in Guyana. We have a team of well-trained and disciplined professionals to protect you and your assets and give you the peace of mind to focus on what is most important to you. Our services include armed and unarmed services, consultancy, assets and individual protection, patrol, virtual surveillance, armed escorts, and cash in transits. Gupta Group, let our services be your advantage.
Thanks and welcome back. There you had some brief messages from the companies that support the Who's Who in Guyana business show. And I would also encourage you to take a look at really promoting your organization so that persons out there really understand what it is that you bring to the table. Now, we'll be hearing from Coach Premendra Parsan, who will be talking to us about that fantastic tool that we all have access to called the telephone, and how we can really make much better use of this particular tool, this particular asset, and what you can do next. So let's hear from Coach Premendra Parsan.
And thank you, Dr. Doerga. As we continue our conversation with our PhoneRICH Seminar, which is one of our Seminar Club modules, we learn about how to effectively communicate. And using the telephone, it's a skill that we need to be able to develop. Leaving a first impression is so important as we develop that professional image with our customers. An image that is responsible, an image that is fun, an image that would be able to resolve our customers' problems. As we develop that image, we want to be able to connect with our customers, to be able to listen to understand their needs and their concerns, so that we can be able to take control, find solutions, and find ways of how we can be able to resolve their problems. We also develop that skill of how we can be able to mirror our customers, their language, and how they speak, to be able to connect with them. Because as we have experiences with our customers, we'll eventually end up with some objections and some customers that are angry. We're able to use the telephone to be able to resolve some of those problems. So that's where telephone etiquette comes in. And we're able to find solutions and develop the skills that we can be able to use so that we can be able to effectively resolve and find those customers' problems. You see, the telephone is a humble instrument. It's an instrument that we can be able to use to be able to find problems and to be able to make it as a revenue generator, instrument that actually brings more revenues in. So in our session, we'll be able to have takeaways such as how to overcome objections, how to be able to present that professional image, understanding what consistency brings and standards, performance standards bring to our conversation. So we want to be able to understand the importance of the telephone and what it can do for our business. Join us on October 28, 2021 and register today. It's 223-5583. I'll see you then.
Being a business owner is a lonely job. As business continues to change so rapidly, staying ahead and above water can feel overwhelming. You have little time to concentrate on growing your business because you're stuck working in your business. Your attention is on the day-to-day operations, handling emergencies, and you are challenged to create that winning team that can run your business when you aren't there. You aren't making the money you could be because you aren't focused on multiplying your profitability. What would it feel like if your business finally gave you more than you put into it? Wouldn't it be nice to have a business that works without you? To have a team of customer-focused individuals who delivered on your company's promise even when you aren't there? Wouldn't it be great to be able to have the time to enjoy your family and have real work-life balance? You can live your best business life. But how? Most businesses invest in professional expertise in the most important aspects of their business. You hire an accountant or financial advisor to ensure your money is managed effectively. You hire a lawyer to help you navigate legal matters. Why not hire a business coach to help you with everything else? An action coach is a certified professional who brings with them a unique perspective and a set of skills to help you re-energize your business operation. They will help you find new, effective ways to solve some of your most taxing business challenges. Employing an action coach is a partnership, a relationship, and they will mentor you as your business grows. Quite simply, an action coach will help you find ways to have more time, build more effective teams, and make more money. Action Coach is the leading coaching company in the world with nearly 1,000 coaches working with more than 18,000 businesses a week. We not only expect results, we guarantee them with our 17-week guarantee. You can choose from a variety of business programs, from one-to-one coaching to group coaching. There is something for every business and every budget. Your business is not broken, and adding an action coach to your team will transform you into a powerful and robust business in your community. Working with a business coach can help you set up systems, processes, and strategies to help your business run more effectively and ultimately get ahead of your competition. You aren't alone, and we will work with you to help you find the most precious of resources: time. It is time to invest in your business and invest in your future. Go to actioncoach.com, and the first coaching session is on us.
we continue with our education, and to bring us now some more information about customer communication. We heard a little bit about the phone, but now what are we communicating using the phone and the many other methods we have to really keep the communication with our customers at a high level? We'll have Ms. Rodlin Semple talking to us about what companies can do and the importance of companies maintaining good customer communication. Ms. Rodlin Semple.
I am Rodin Semple, the ISO lead consultant at ACI Consulting Services, providing you with quality tips to help you to become competitive. We will examine customer communication and what is it we need to provide to our customers in order for us to deliver quality service. As we know, communication is whereby we have information being transformed from one medium to another. And as businesses, you need to communicate effectively with your clients. And this communication ranges from what your products and services are. Now think of it, company X is out there promoting a product or service, but you definitely don't know what's going on. It tells us that internally, that organization did not clearly define what is it you're doing. So first point is that you need to determine what are your products and services. Many persons have this on their website, they have brochures, etc. In a quality management system, customer communication involves provision of information about your products and services, how they can contact you with respect to customer feedback, in addition to complaints, how they can get redress in terms of ordering and when they need to make amendments to those products and services. Communication with your customer is an essential aspect of maintaining an effective quality management system. As a matter of fact, you should determine which methods are best suited for your customers. For further information on how you can get assistance on establishing your quality management system, give us a call on telephone number 501-0110 or send an email at iso@actioninvest.org.
.401 Furniture Store's showroom has furniture for the entire home. Furnish your living room, your dining room, your kitchen, and your bedroom. Also get that appliance that matches your style. Come fall in love at our showroom located at Lot 4, Monrepo North, right on the public road. Call us on 220-8107 or WhatsApp on 672-1881. Get more without paying more when you shop at 401 Furniture Store.
Shopping with Ali & Sons is now more easier than ever. Find your product, click Add to Cart, click Proceed to check out, enter your email, click Continue as guest, enter your name and address, choose your delivery options, click Continue, then click Place Order. It's that easy. One of our customer service representatives will contact you to confirm, and in several hours, your items will be delivered to your door.
Now, every business owner dreams of building an amazing business. And to build a better business, you you really do need to build a better business plan. Ultimately, you want to build a business that works so you don't have to. A commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. And that's where Action Coach comes in. Our 6 steps to building a better business is really the recipe or the system to building a great business for you, your family, and your future. It all starts right at the base level. At the base level, we use a term called mastery. Mastery is broken into 4 basic steps. And the main aim of mastery is very simple. It's to eliminate the chaos in your business. So if you want massive results, we've got to look at your direction mastery, where you're going, the organization, how it's getting there. Your time mastery, how we're doing with productivity. Then we're going to look at your delivery mastery, making sure the customer gets what they need. Turning that into money mastery, of course. And then we need to climb that ladder. The ladder to massive results moves up, and we kick into the marketing side of things. You know, with marketing, many people get distracted and think, this is all too hard. Well, if we could break it down and make it simple for you. Take it down into just 5 ways. Leads, conversion, number of transactions, repeat business that is, average sale, and margins. Each of these has multiple strategies that your action coach can work with you on. And then it's about your systems. Systems, what are they? Well, the system stands for basically save yourself time, energy, and money. We have a 9-step process to developing that systematic methodologies in your business so that not only do you have predictable cash flow, but you have efficient delivery within your business. Ultimately, stability, cash, time are all part of the massive results phenomenon. But then we've got to move and we've got to say, well, I don't run my business, my people do. We've got to build that team. Six keys to a winning team from us here at Action Coach allow you to build that commercial, profitable enterprise where the team runs it. The people in charge build the business for you. Now, once you've hit those basic 4 levels, then what we're looking for is to turn your business into a massive synergistic growth machine. That's right. It's running without you now, and now we can expand. Now we can grow the business to multiple locations around the world. But ultimately, it's the level of goal that you're after. And that's why we bring the final point of our 6 steps to that of freedom. Your freedom, the freedom to sell the business, the freedom to let the business run without you. Whatever it is you're looking for, the team at Action Coach are here to help you build a business that works so you don't have to. Come join us. Come hang out with us. Let's build a plan together for you and your business.
Welcome back. And there you had some fantastic information about business structures, how you can actually be able to set up your business so that it can work, so that eventually you don't have to. And it is something to really keep in mind. If you don't operate a business and if you don't start a business with the end in mind, it can lead to a lot of frustration. Now, as is customary, I do want to share some thoughts with you. And this week, my thoughts are around the trip that I did recently to the Essequibo. And I must tell you, it's one of the most beautiful parts of our country. Very relaxing, fantastic places to visit. And in meeting with the team from the Chamber of Commerce in Essequibo, a lot of ideas came up. When you want to have a successful business environment, it is extremely important that planning is done, which allows every stakeholder to really contribute. If we take hospitality, for example, having nice hotels is not enough. What we need is the environment that encourages people to do business and to want to interact with such a area. So if I take the example of hospitality, there are many players that are needed to create a successful environment. Some of the other players are the attractions. You can't go to a hotel, or we can't expect a tourist, either internal or an external tourist, to just come and sit in a hotel and be happy about spending that money. What we also need is places for the persons to visit, and there are many well laid out farms there in Essequibo, and for those of us who like nature, that would be a really good attraction. We have the various lakes, and I must give mention to Lake Mainstay. The property is always well maintained, and the atmosphere is always one that is very welcoming and very fun. But then we also need a good transportation network. So the roads, and if it's the rivers or the skies, in order to be able to get to the locations, have to be very accessible. You don't want to be taking a holiday or thinking that you're going to experience hospitality if the place is not easily accessible. So keep that in mind as well. Then we have things such as handicraft and art and craft. When people visit a location, they want to take back memories of that location. So we also have to make sure that we are in a situation where we can provide persons with those options. Then we have entertainment. Yes, we can visit the location as a attraction, but people also want to be entertained. So are there places where they can go and listen to music, see artists perform? All of that is very important. Then we have food. Is there a wide range of food available, different kinds of food, native food especially? And even more importantly, I think we also need persons to coordinate all of this, because if we leave it to a tourist to try to figure out what to do in an area, the community may not benefit from it, because the tourists will not know where the artists are going to be. The tourists may not know where they can get the souvenirs. So an organization needs to take charge of that particular environment in order to package it. As we know, in Guyana, we have many products that are fantastic quality. If you think about our pepper sauces, for example, but then sometimes we don't package it the right way. And when people see it, they're skeptical of buying our product, although it's a fantastic product. So we do have to understand the importance of packaging as well. And I can tell you from my experience, there are products for which the packaging is more expensive than the actual product. And why would somebody do that? The reason somebody would do that, the company would do that, is to ensure that the message of this being a quality product is well communicated. So coordinators of the entire environment, people who know which hotels to stay at, which tours to take, which shows to go and watch, which food is available, packaging all of that up in such a way that you can attract more people to your product or your destination, I think is extremely important. However, I must tell you that the trip was amazing. Fortunately for us, we were with persons who are very familiar of all that Essequibo has to offer, and it was a really fantastic trip. And we've also made friends that will encourage us now to visit the Essequibo more often. And again, the lesson from that is, once you have a good product, it is so important that you ensure that the rest of the environment exists. And that allows you then to not just think about your business, but also to think about the other businesses that need to be involved in order to make it a complete ecosystem. And when that happens, everybody does better because the product is now much bigger than maybe just your business. And this is again a way to multiply what is truly possible. Now, I wanted to share that with you for you to think about your community, the way in which you operate, so that you can think of, well, what is missing here? Because in many cases, people keep doing the same thing. So maybe hotels, for example, everybody wants to then build a hotel and not focus on the other areas that are important to also grow. So this is the knowledge I wanted to share with you this week. I would encourage you to download the HerVenture app and to ensure that you get to really understanding how to start, how to grow a business. And I look forward to seeing you again in the coming week. Take care.